Q, do you think Viva's ready for us? How much do we love building art? Big art.
It's amazing art. Like,
Hyde Park,
Yeah.
noodles, giant freaking robots, and spaceships.
yeah, totally. It'd be amazing. So like, I reckon they probably are ready for us.
Are ready for us? Oh, imagine if there was a giant like car throwing robot. The ideas always have that there's just this moment and this spark. Let's build a giant robot. It's like, what's the robot doing?
Shooting laser beams, having like a throbbing robotic heart,
Picking up and throwing cars.
having lights racing up and down it like it's, you know, about to shoot off into space.
Well, all right, like we could do that. 6 months in the planning, engineered, installed. Andrew, can you turn some lights on this thing? Look at that tin wind-up toy concept, and then like it was just like that process of getting it skinnier and like more posed and more dynamic, and started doing the human pose.
Yeah, we actually posed this robot by like me standing outside a pub in Marrickville, I'm like on my knees, and he was like, no, a bit more like this, move this arm, like move your laser arm like this. We wanted to put a car in the hand and like have this big laser arm like just floating off in the air, and we talked to the engineers and we have this design and like have the car right up there.
And then it's that process of like, well, how heavy is a car anyway? And like, you can get the tear weight on the internet pretty good, but then it's like, I wonder how much we can strip out of that. It's like, how can we get 600? Do we get 600? Surely we can get 600. So we're like tearing all the bits out, ripping out the engine, and we're inside like beating the dashboard out with our boots, and it's like, let's take it and build the stage out of it. So we're like strapping it all onto the DJ booth, and it's like kind of this beautiful thing. This giant robot is picking up cars, eating them, and then like self-replicating them out through his own crutch. Super ready for us! And everyone loves giant angry robots.
Yeah, they sure do.
What about like big intergalactic cruising spaceships?
Yeah, everyone loves spaceships.
Everyone loves spaceships! Space scorpions,
Everyone loves space scorpions.
6 meter tall robots,
Yeah,
20 meter tall robots.
yeah, a dystopian junk land of
Dystopian
all these
junk land.
monsters together.
So really, Vivid, what we want to take to you is a complete interactive precinct for the whole family, with food and amazing interactive light shows, giant sculptures like you've never seen before, and get into the cockpit of a spaceship and control the lasers as you shoot through galaxies. We're gonna take this shit interdimensional. 2019, let's go.
High five.
Yeah, hug me.